I've known the congressman since he was in the State House and State Senate many, many years ago. He distinguished himself as a legislator that looked out for those people who were most vulnerable: children, senior citizens, small business owners. Married to his high school sweetheart, Linda, who's here tonight. I don't know, there she is. And we're pleased to have you with us. They've just come back from a victorious basketball game in Cookeville and very, very proud. They live in Pall Mall, where the congressman enjoys hunting and working on the farm when he's not tending to the nation's business. I want you all to welcome Congressman Lincoln Davis and this presentation that we're going to make to him. Come on up, Congressman. I'm going to turn the mic over to Dave.
Congressman Davis, on behalf of your constituents from the 4th District, I want to thank you for your courageous vote on the Obama budget and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act.
As I visit with you this evening and talk about many issues, I'm going to talk about what we've done in Washington and how Democrats have made it happen without the help of the party that says no. The fact is, Democrats know, K-N-O-W, what needs to be done. The Republicans only know, N-O, they only know how to prevent something from happening. And so we're going to make some things change in Washington, and we're also going to make some things change in Nashville, Tennessee. As we talk about changing the House, I think that's great. But I also think our ambitions are too small. We do not believe that we cannot also recapture the state Senate, because I think the folks who are running the state Senate today and those who are running the Tennessee House will ruin Tennessee. That's a country phrase. I have the 4th most rural residential congressional district in this country. 435 districts. The 4th congressional district is the 4th most rural congressional district in this country. And sadly, and this has to change, we have the 3rd highest number of blue-collar workers, lower wage earners, and there are those who worry about whether or not a company should be able to be organized so that you can bargain for higher wages. We know what America needs. And if you look at the history of this country, the history of the leadership that has been provided for this nation, from Democrats from the time of Roosevelt until now, we know what America needs, and we will continue to work to be sure that those objectives of you and I and people all across this country will be held and will be felt and will become a reality in America. In my congressional district, there are 143 parts suppliers that employ 49,110 people as of early October. Let me rephrase that. That's almost a third of the workforce, 25% of the workforce in my congressional district. Every factory was a part supplier in my congressional district would have closed just like that if that bankruptcy had occurred. We had the same United States senators demagoguing that bill. And who are they talking about? The high-paid UAW workers. I Googled that too. The average pay for a UAW worker in either one of those big 3 factories is $28 an hour. The average pay for Honda is $24. For Toyota, it's $26.50. Average pay for Hyundai is $21. That's what these hard-working folks who drive themselves to work and take a bath when they come home. They drive themselves to work. And when they come back, Mama says, "Honey, take a bath," because you've been on that assembly line all day long. But our 2 senators chose to vote for who? The silk suit, chauffeur-driven, bath taken in the morning, if you want to call it worker. And then they demagogue and criticize those who work in that assembly line that put that automobile together from the parts that are built by people who live in my congressional district. I just felt there was no justice in that, and I had to stand up for it, so I voted for the bill. And then I went to Campbell County, where one of the 4 community health facilities are located that provides primary health care, nonprofit, in Campbell County. I have 4 of those in my district, 3 of those in the eastern part, in Scott County, Morgan County, and in Campbell County. 1 in Lawrence County, which actually is run by the Tennessee Health Department. Primary health care facilities. Primary health care facilities that say if you're not able to afford health care, you can come here. We've got to change that in this country, don't we? That has to happen. And I watched this young American president walk into the midst of those folks with a hand extended out in a shaking form, not a clenched, shaking fist. He did more at that conference. He did more in that 4 or 5 days to recapture the American spirit as the rest of the nations have looked at us than we've seen happen in 8 years. What I saw Obama do at that conference was reclaim America's place in the rest of the world. And they'd love us again, as they should. We've all got to get together. We have a burden ahead of us. But our motto and our symbol is a donkey. Stubborn as hell. Kick your brains out. But will pack a load heavier than any other beast of burden in the world. Let's put our backpacks on. Let's travel this state. Let's elect senators and Democrat senators and Democrat House members. So not to reclaim the majority, but to recapture Tennessee for what's right. Thank you, and God bless you for having me tonight. Thanks, John. I'm not completely through yet. Sit back down. Also, about a year and 3 or 4 months ago, many of us thought Hillary Clinton was going to be the nominee. And she would have been a good one. But there was this young fella who knew how to organize at the grassroots level. We've got a chairman who understands that too. And those of you in this room understand that. It's the grassroots organization that will win back the majority in Tennessee. Chip, thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you.